Walking on a dream. How can I explain? Talking to myself. Will I see again? We are always running for the thrill of it, thrill of it. Always pushing up the hill, searching for the thrill of it. All along we are calling out now again.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out, cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now, cause you don't have another day. Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule? Will little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man? Can he ever find a job that won't interfere with her tan? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end, and suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever,
Good afternoon. My name is Gina Weeks, and I'm the Department Chair for the Vocational Nursing Program here at Riverside City College. And I would like to welcome you, the family and friends and guests, to the pinning ceremony of the August 2023 Vocational Nursing students. Please take a moment and silence your electronic devices and refrain from texting during the ceremony, as this may take away from others' enjoyment of the celebration. The pinning ceremony is a long-standing tradition conducted to celebrate and acknowledge the achievement of our nursing students. I would like to thank Dr. Amy Vermillion, Professor of Nursing, for the participation in the Lamp of Learning portion of our ceremony today. The lighting of the lamp is symbolic of one nurse passing on knowledge and signifies the decision that these nurse graduates have made to care for others in need. Today is a very special day for our graduates. They have devoted many hours of hard work and sacrifice in order to become a vocational nurse. These students have completed one of the most desired and difficult, and let me add, only the second vocational nursing program in the state of California to have national accreditation. Yes. Today means something a little bit different for each of our graduates, but all in all, it signifies the accomplishment of a desire that they all had to become a nurse. Graduates, are you ready? You have worked endlessly to get where you are today, and I look with excitement to see where this wonderful profession takes each of you. Embrace the magnificence of nursing, the art, the caring, and the compassion that goes along with this profession. During this last year, you have been challenged to critically think, clinically reason, and make sound clinical judgments to improve the health outcomes of your patients. Today, I call each of you to be that nurse that makes a difference. Your faculty have provided you with the knowledge and skills from the last 70 years of our program so that you can carry on the outstanding outcomes of the RCC VN graduates. Your excellence in nursing is a catalyst for our program that will carry us for years to come. May the reward of this profession remind you daily of the healing and peace that you bring to all of your patients that you encounter. Your faculty have prepared you to be safe, competent, and innovative nurses. You are the advocates, you are the leaders, and you are the future of nursing for us. Those of you joining us today share the joy and the pride that these graduates are experiencing because you were with them every step of the way, supporting them, wiping their tears, laughing with them, and sacrificing to help them achieve this goal. So, before we begin the official program, on behalf of the faculty and staff, I would like to thank our president of the college, our vice president of academic affairs, our chancellor, and the board of trustees for their support of our nursing program and of our graduates. I would now like to invite our Dean of the School of Nursing, Dr. Tammy Van Holt, to say a few words to the class.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, class. So happy to be here with you today, and I also would like to personally thank our Board of Trustees members and our Chancellor, Dr. Esock, and our administrative team here at RCC who provide us with continuous support in the School of Nursing that really helps contribute to the fulfillment of our mission, vision, values, and goals that's been identified by our nursing faculty. They contribute to the overwhelmingly positive outcomes of our program graduates and to the overall health and well-being of our great community. Now, to our vocational nursing graduates from the class of the summer of 2023. It is my pleasure as your dean to congratulate you on behalf of myself, the faculty, and the entire classified professional team who have served you on this journey. Congratulations on completing a very rigorous course of study. Would you agree with that? Oh, yeah. Be confident as you leave us that you are emerging this program as a knowledgeable, well-prepared healthcare practitioner and a true leader for our community. As graduates of our program, you are now part of our over 100-year history of RCC as an institution and a 70-year history of excellence through the RCC School of Nursing. And we are well known for that in the community. The prestige you have earned as a graduate of our program is really unprecedented. Saying you're a graduate from RCC carries great weight and great responsibility. As a graduate of the School of Nursing myself, I can say that I didn't fully appreciate or recognize the significance of being a graduate from such a prestigious program, so highly regarded in the community, until I started my first nursing job. and then I soon realized how really well prepared I was to assume my new role. So you may ask, because people will ask you, why is RCC nursing so excellent? So I'm going to give you the words to use. As you know, the vocational nursing graduates rank among the highest in the nation for first-time test takers on their national licensure exam. Over the last 5 years, RCCVN grads have averaged 97% pass rates for first-time test takers. That deserves applause. And they will too, and I always challenge them to be that class that everybody gets that 100%. But what really makes that special is the national average is just a hair over 70%. So to be at 97% really speaks excellence of our graduates. The School of Nursing has been recognized for the excellence of our programs and graduates at both the state and national level as a recipient of the California Community College Gold Star Award for Excellence in Career Preparation, the National Student Nurses Association Stellar School Designation, one of the top 25 producers of Hispanic nurses in the U.S. as identified by Hispanic Outlook, and the American Assembly of Men in Nursing's Distinguished School for Men. Further, the makeup of this class demonstrates that RCC is really onto something great with our focus on career ladder pathways, which have provided all of you a way to ascend those socioeconomic barriers that you may have faced in the past. So the students that are on the stage, please raise your hand if you are a graduate from our CNA program and then came into the LVN program. So there you go, it works. Also, as you'll hear in just a moment, there is a group of students among you who, while completing the program, work for one of our local healthcare agency partners as apprentices. Funding for these students was awarded through a California Apprenticeship Initiative grant. Now these students will be guaranteed a spot to continue their journey onto the registered nursing program should they choose to, while still continuing to work and contribute to the economic landscape of their families and our community. And they'll be recognized in just a moment. Now, on to the excellence of your faculty, 60% of whom have earned or are in the process of earning a doctorate degree. This distinction is not required to complete their teaching assignment at RCC. It is earned by faculties who are committed to providing you with the highest level of theory and clinical instruction so that you may function at the highest level of nursing practice. Did you know that over 50% of your faculty were graduates of our program? They understand the journey, and you may not know this, but your faculty are held as role models and mentors to other nursing program faculty across the state. They really are outstanding. And finally, all of you graduates make the RCC School of Nursing excellent. Close to 90% of your class have self-reported as belonging to an underrepresented or historically marginalized group. And while it's important that we enroll such diverse groups into our programs, what is more important are the statistics on program completion among the groups. Data collected by the college indicates that regardless of how our students identify, over the last 5 years, more than 90% of our students who enter a program will successfully complete and graduate. That is unheard of. What this means for our community is that RCC is contributing to diversifying the nursing workforce to closely mirror the demographics. Multiple studies indicate that patients perceive they receive better care when their caregivers are either from or highly sensitive to their own cultural health practices. Even the rich diversity that exists within your class has benefited all of you as you've sought to understand and appreciate the health practices and cultural beliefs of others. So my challenge for all of you, the graduates from this vocational nursing class, is may you never forget where you came from and what you represent each time you have the honor of providing care for another human being. No matter how difficult the days may get, and they will, they'll be difficult. I'm just pre-warning you. Don't forget the reason you completed this program and to become a nurse. Your patients will need grace, understanding, and lots of patience, all qualities that we as nurses embody. The care you provide make those attributes come to life. It is such a special gift to be a nurse. It's something I've never regretted, because what it comes down to is that connection you share with people who rely so desperately on the skill, competency, and care you as the nurse will provide to them at a particular moment in time. Any of you, either graduates or in the audience, who have ever had the pleasant or unpleasant opportunity to interact with our fragmented healthcare system, know that it is the nurse who can truly make the difference, the one who can close those gaps. So choose to be that RCC, that proud nurse. Commit yourself to the excellence in nursing practice that the RCC nursing faculty have carefully instilled in you, and remind yourself every day the difference you make to patients assigned to your care. Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is what it is to succeed." May you never forget the humanity, dignity, and beauty of every patient you care for, because they depend on you. So with all that said, go out, make us proud, pass your NCLEX on the first try. I'm not kidding, because we watch every single one of you. We check on you. You're going to receive that pin, and I want you to wear it with pride. Stand taller. Never forget the excellence that that pin represents. So on behalf of the entire nursing faculty and our classified professional staff that you've interacted with, I congratulate you, the entire class. Let me say it's with great pride, but high expectation, that I call you my nurse colleague for the very first time. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Van Holt, so much. That was amazing, huh? I'm in the back crying, too. I would now like to invite our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Lynn Wright, to say a few words to the class.
Thank you, and good afternoon. Graduates, what an accomplishment. Completing Riverside City College's vocational nursing program is a major accomplishment, something to be very, very proud of. You've worked hard, you've put in many hours of study and practice, and you've persisted through this rigorous program to achieve your goal. Today we have gathered your family, your friends, your faculty to celebrate you and your success. Graduates, thank you for your hard work and dedication. Family and friends, thank you for your love and support so that you achieve this wonderful accomplishment. And faculty, our fabulous faculty, thank you for your excellent teaching and your mentoring to make this dream come true for our students. Graduates, take a moment, look around, soak this moment in. We are so proud of you, but more importantly, you should be proud of yourselves and all that you have accomplished. Congratulations, and go forth in your great work, continuing to make your family, your friends, yourselves, and all of us at RCC proud. But today, we celebrate.
Thank you, Dr. Wright. I would now like to invite Sienna, the class president, to come and address the class.
Good afternoon, friends, families, and fellow classmates. I thank you all for being here and celebrating with us on this very important day. My name is Sienna Tessatori, and I have had the honor to lead the vocational nursing class of 2023 as their class president this year. And what a year it has been. In August 2022, we walked onto this campus for the first time as nursing students. In our shiny new uniforms, we were wide-eyed and hungry for everything that nursing school had to offer. Sure, the uniform may have been a bit stiff, kind of like a paper bag, but that's besides the point. We had come from all different backgrounds, all with unique walks of life, but brought together by one common desire, the will to serve. Little did we know what we had actually gotten ourselves into. To staying up countless nights studying for exams, to spending hours perfecting care plans, sleep was but a stranger to us. However, class of 2023, we made it. We woke up every morning to face long hours of clinical. We pushed through lengthy lectures, and our faculty made sure we were prepared to recognize and analyze cues, prioritize hypotheses, generate solutions, take action, and evaluate our outcomes. We persevered, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. This is our moment. Never forget how hard you worked to get here. And although it may seem like this narrative is coming to a close, remember, this is only one chapter, not our whole story. We're only just getting started. In August 2022, we walked onto this campus as nursing students. Today, we leave as nurses. I want to thank our friends and families here with us today for supporting us through the trials and the tears. We could have not gotten here without your support. Thank you to our amazing faculty for guiding us when we felt like the water was too treacherous to face alone. And thank you to my classmates. I couldn't have not asked for a better group of students to have my back this year. So once again, congratulations, class of 2023. And when in doubt, always remember, you've got this, you know this. Take a deep breath and be the nurse. Thank you.
Thank you, Sienna. It's so inspiring to hear from our students summarize their year here in the program, so that was very kind. At this time, I would like to invite John Wilson, the director of our apprenticeship programs, to say a few words and acknowledge the students that are within our first cohort.
Thank you, Gina. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome and congratulations. That's phenomenal. I got all choked up to see what you guys have gone through. I'm the apprenticeship director here at Riverside City College, and over the last 2 or 3 years, there's been an immense push to increase the number of apprenticeship programs within the state of California. Too many students were graduating or getting their certificates and going out and not being able to get a job because they had no experience. So as Dr. Van Hull talked about, there was a grant, an apprenticeship grant that allowed us to start a specific program for our LVN, CNA to LVN program here at RCC. And to that end, an apprenticeship program allows you to actually work in the career that you want to work in and get an education in that career tuition free, so that when you complete the apprenticeship program and you're working for the actual employer that you're going to be with, you gain the experience while you're gaining the knowledge, while you're getting the degree or certificate. And that's what apprenticeship is about. The governor has decreed that he wants 500,000 apprentices in the state of California by the year 2029. That is a big push. RCC, I'm proud to say, is doing its part. RCCD is doing their part, because between the 3 schools, we have about 8 new apprenticeship programs, 5 of them here at RCC. So with that, for this particular graduating class, 10 of you are in the apprenticeship program, the very first cohort and the very first successful cohort. And before I introduce you, I do want to thank Dr. Van Hall, Gina Weeks, and Jessica Kelvington from the staff here, who have done a phenomenal job. I also want to thank Jessica McFarland from Providence, our employer, the employer that the apprentices were working for and are working for, gave so much, not just the job, they gave uniforms, they gave books. So it was an all-in-all effort to make sure that our students, our apprentices, could go through this program and not have to put money into it, that they could concentrate on their job and concentrate on their studies, and more importantly, concentrate on their family. So thank you, Jessica, and thank you, Providence, for all you provided. I also want to thank Charles Hankels with the launch program and his staff. I don't know if you 10 apprentices know, but every 2 weeks we had meetings between RCC, launch, and Providence, just to make sure how things were going and that this would be a successful program. So 10 of you, as I call off your name, would you please stand? And also at the end of the program, we'd like to get all of you together for a group photo. So Fernando Amaya, Jessica Barrow, Veronica Castellanos, Joanne Flores, Maricela Garcia, Jennifer Lundberg, Veronica Milan, Amanda Moore, Alondra Sandoval, and Kaisha Wells. Congratulations and welcome to the first RN apprenticeship cohort. Thank you.
Thank you, John. We appreciate the partnership, and I know these students are excited to continue on the pathways that we have here. So, this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. Are you guys ready for it? Okay. Participating in today's ceremony will be Mrs. Jessica Kelvington, Associate Professor, Mrs. Taylor Stewart, Associate Faculty, Mr. Adam Korick, Associate Faculty, and Mrs. Shannon Landis, Associate Faculty. The pinning of the students symbolizes the graduate's achievement of completing the educational requirements and marks their transition into the profession of nursing, so that all may hear and enjoy the ceremony. And I know this is going to be really hard because you're super excited for them. But if you could please hold your applause until the entire class has been pinned, so that each student's family will be able to hear their name and their goal statement and be honored.
Maria Ruby Tapia Mendiola. Maria aspires to pass her boards and to find a job. She will be pursuing her LVN to BSN during this time as well. Anna Cynthia Rivera. Anna would like to continue her education in the RN program and obtain a job as an ER nurse. Amanda Moore. Amanda plans to come back in the spring and start the RN program and gradually earn her master's to go on and teach future nurses here at RCC. Monique Jones. Monique's goal is to pass the NCLEX exam and bridge over to the RN program and work at Kaiser in labor and delivery. Kim Renee Gooden. Kim's goal is to pass NCLEX and become employed. Kimberly Steele Lopez. Kimberly plans to take and pass the NCLEX as soon as possible and bridge into the RN program, and to go on and get her BSN and MSN and eventually her nurse practitioner. Sandra Portillo. Sandra's goal is to continue pursuing her nursing education and obtain her RN license, BSN, and work as a nurse in the NICU. Jessica Monique Barrow. Jessica's goal is to progress with peace and confidence as an LVN and to bridge into the RN program. Francisco Morales. Francisco's goal is to get his RN and work in the ER. Maricela Garcia. Maricela wants to transition to the RN program and continue her education to become a labor and delivery nurse. Alondra Elizabeth Sandoval. Alondra's goal is to pursue her education and get accepted into the RN program and continue on to receive her BSN. Mildred Hernandez. Mildred's goal is to work in women and children's healthcare field. Jocelyn Perez Hernandez. Jocelyn aspires to become the first registered nurse in her family with a bachelor's degree to glue back her community by making a difference as an ICU nurse. Fernando Amaya Escalera. Fernando's goal is to transition into RCC's ADN program and eventually work as an OR nurse or RN First Assist. Fernando Rendon. Fernando would like to continue his goal and become an RN and eventually become a nurse practitioner. Destiny Antalise Stewart. Destiny plans to continue her education and become a registered nurse in the ER. Christina Gomez. Now that Christina has completed the program, she will continue working towards her BSN to ultimately become a hospice nurse. Andrew Marcus Magana. To live a life in service of others. Anthony Ramirez. Anthony's goal is to continue his education and career in nursing, working towards a master's degree with a specialty in cardiology and cardiothoracic care. Sam Young. Sam wants to get his psychiatric nurse practitioner degree and work with veterans battling mental health conditions. Martha Elizabeth Galvan. Martha would like to pass her boards and get into the RN program. Alondra de Horta Reyes. Alondra wants to pursue her career in cardiac care nursing. Casey Doust. Casey wants to pursue her RN license and become a wound care and/or ER nurse. Veronica Milan. Veronica's goal is to become an RN and work with geriatric patients. Maria Gaeta. Maria plans to pass the NCLEX and get a career in hospice nursing. Maria Mesa Knowles. Maria's goal is to become a travel nurse. Fania Saputri. Fania plans to pass the NCLEX and move on to the RN program. Juan Gonzalez. Juan's dream job is to be a nurse and to provide for his family. Kaisha Wells. Kaisha has hopes to further her education and eventually obtain her master's degree to become a nurse practitioner. Joyce Rodriguez. Joyce wants to make a difference in her patients' lives. Michaela Little. Michaela's goal is to get her BSN and become a NICU or labor and delivery nurse. Haley Lewis. Haley plans to go on to get her RN and work in the emergency department. Jessica Michelle Vunileva. Jessica plans to bridge into the RN program at RCC and become an ER or NICU nurse. Joanne Flores. Joanne plans to begin working as an LVN and to bridge over to RCC nursing program and become a registered nurse. Veronica Castellanos. Veronica will be continuing her education and bridge into the RN program at RCC to become a labor and delivery or NICU nurse. Alexia Villanueva Miranda. Alexia wants to further her education to become an RN and get her BSN. Her long-term goal is to work in the ER and eventually work at a level 1 trauma center. Marisol Coronado. Marisol's goal is to get her Bachelor of Science in Nursing and begin her career as a registered nurse in an acute care facility. Camden Ray Dover. Camden wants to pass his NCLEX and become an excellent nurse. Sienna Tessitore. After graduating, Sienna plans to serve God and her community wherever she is placed. Amberlyn Rios. Amberlyn would like to move on to the RN program and establish her career in aesthetic nursing. Haley Dean. After graduation, Haley hopes to pursue her RN degree and work in the pediatric ICU, bringing joy to children and their families. Destiny Villa. Destiny plans to finish her RN, find a job at a children's hospital, and complete bi-yearly nursing mission trips around the globe. Bianca Espinosa. Bianca's goal is to work in the emergency department and become a registered nurse. She hopes to be a source of comfort for every patient she cares for and make a difference in their lives. Katie Faccini. Katie's goal is to become a home health nurse and take care of children with disabilities. Ross Valadez. Ross plans to continue her education and become an RN. Her goal is to work in the surgical department. Karen Tercios. Karen plans on getting her RN and becoming an ICU nurse. Chelsea Mendez. Chelsea plans to pass the NCLEX and continue on into the RN program. Bianca Ramirez. Bianca will continue on to the RN program, earn her BSN, and work as a nurse in labor and delivery. Jennifer Lundberg. Jennifer plans on attending the RN program. She plans on achieving her BSN degree and becoming an OR scrub nurse. Isabella Sharp. Isabella plans to continue her education in the RN program while working at Parkview Hospital. Teresa Adelaida Antonio. Teresa's goal is to take a gap year while working on the RN program prerequisites. Estefania Perez. Estefania's goal is to continue her education to become an RN and one day work as a nurse in the NICU.
I didn't even have to say it. They just did it. Well, I didn't even have to say let's give them a round of applause. You guys just took it right out of my mouth. And I just want to say thank you so much for your cooperation. I'm highly impressed. So let's give them a round of applause that they deserve. Okay, are we good? We're almost done. Hang in there. At this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Kathy Mahoney, Associate Professor of Nursing, to lead the graduating class in reciting the nursing pledge for the first time.
Hey, hey, hey. All right, graduates, you did it. Woo! Right here, baby, right here. Yes, I applaud you. Yes. I know how long and hard it's been. Whew. Us too, we know. Okay, if there's any nurses, and I know my faculty will also stand. If there's any nurses in the audience, would you please stand and please recite the nursing pledge along with us? It's page 3, I think, in the program. So please do that with us. And the graduating class of August 2023, please stand. And let's say this all together, all right? I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to practice the profession of nursing with competence and integrity, assuming responsibility and accountability for nursing judgments and actions. I will provide care with respect for human dignity and the uniqueness of the patient, unrestricted by considerations of social or economic status, personal attributes, or the nature of the health problem. I will safeguard the client's right to privacy by holding in confidence all personal matters coming to my knowledge in the practice of my profession. I will endeavor to elevate the standards of my profession and will devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. All right, colleagues, I can now say congratulations! Woo woo!
Thank you so much, Mrs. Mahoney. As we conclude our program, I would like to ask Dr. Wright to please join me on stage and present the class. Once Dr. Wright presents the class, please remain seated until all the graduates exit the building. Thank you.
Graduates, please rise. On behalf of the Riverside City College President, RCC faculty, RCC classified professionals, and RCC administration, as well as the RCCD Board of Trustees and our Chancellor, I am honored to present to you the August 2023 graduating class of the Vocational Nursing Program.
Call, see you on TV, sunset done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hating, say we changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. That was never friendly, yeah. Now I'm jumping out of Bentley, yeah. And I know I sound dramatic, yeah. But I know I had to have it, yeah. For the money, I'm a savage, yeah. I be itching like I had it, yeah. I'm surrounded 20 bags, yeah. But they didn't know me last year, yeah. Everyone wanna act like they important, but all that mean nothing when I saw my door, yeah. Everyone counting on me, drop the ball, yeah. Everything custom like I'm at the bottom, yeah, yeah.